hack, they release material, and then they use social media as a way to highlight that material, flag it, point out the most embarrassing details, as well as, of course, as we now know, propagate things that weren't true and drum up the problems and the passions that were already happening in this country.
Yeah, thanks. I'd like to also echo the comments of Greg and Ellen about what a great place this is to work. I just passed my 20th anniversary at the Post. I've lived through good times and hard times, and this newsroom and this institution has never been better led. And it's, thank God, because we really need great journalism now, and I'm very pleased to work with folks. And though I missed the memo to bring my awesome heritage shoes, I am very proud to be here with two of my favorite colleagues. I feel like one of the themes that comes up a lot as we reflect back on the Russia stuff is there was really a failure to quickly apprehend what the heck was going on. And there was a kind of a failure of imagination. And I think, in a way, we had a failure of imagination as well. Like, living through this in real time, nobody really quickly figured out what was going on, and that's true of the social media companies as well. I mean, I've written very critically about Facebook and Twitter and Google and how some of this stuff has played out, but the same sort of like questions about the way the system was, what the Russians were doing and what to do about it were going through Silicon Valley in the exact same time. Like, because they were arrayed against a certain kind of threat, hackers, right? Or they didn't imagine that the Russians on a wholesale basis were basically going to take this massive, incredibly lucrative social media system and turn it against the country that created it. And so that failure of imagination made them slow, it made them tentative. They also, of course, had huge business interests in appearing very even-handed, not wanting to be perceived as having the thumb on the scale in favor of one side or another. All of those same things played out with these companies, and they all led to a response that, frankly, everyone in Silicon Valley now really regrets. And there's these amazing anecdotes of election night in Silicon Valley and the next day, and there's just like, people couldn't believe it. People were shocked, and there was a particular blowback within the walls of Facebook where people just, it dawned on everybody pretty quickly that they had a role in a disaster. Now, who knows if it was a decisive kind of role, but man, this system got turned against us. And I don't think anybody really saw it coming, though, as Ellen argues, they probably should have because of what happened in Ukraine and some of the other places, but I really don't think people saw it coming.